All right, so this is the customer pickup zone. I think the biggest resource that we have, especially recently, is software called It allows us to do everything: reservations, communications, claims, tolls management, sell insurance. I mean, it's welcome to an office tour. I'm gonna show you what it looks like to operate a 300 car fleet, give you some updates on our space. We're right up front in our lot. This is where customers pick up. These are typically the cars that are ready to go to be booked. In a normal day, these are all gonna get booked. It's 7:47 in the morning. So these all came out last night. They'll be gone by probably noon. During the day, our operators, our grounds team will work on getting this refilled with new cars. So tomorrow morning, it's gonna look the exact same. We're gonna walk around to our lot. So this is really for pickups and drop-offs. We have customers drop off here and then pick up cars. But we're gonna walk over to where we store our cars. All right, so this is our lot. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it in videos, and it kind of looks crazy, looks chaotic, looks like there's a lot of cars, but there's a reason for that. A good amount of these are actually cars that we're going to sell retail to have customers buy them. So I'd say probably about 15-ish of those are for that. We have a lot of damaged cars right now that we're working on fixing. So like these two, for example, these are high voltage batteries that need to be replaced. Still under warranty, which is great, but those have appointments for Tesla in the next week. Unfortunately, with Tesla, it takes a really long time to get service done. These are damaged cars. Well, part of the damaged cars. You see, this one has the front bottom of the bumper hit. That's not bad. Hopefully just a bumper replacement. This one, I don't even know what happened to this. I don't know how the paint is peeling so bad. I've already done a video about this. Somehow the freaking headlight came out. This thing is just destroyed. This one, I don't know which one's worse. This one's really bad too. Both headlights destroyed. Quarter panels are messed up, completely messed up. Both have to be replaced. Front bumper is obviously completely missing somehow. Somebody used I think this is actually mine. This looks really familiar. Somebody used a freaking charging cord to hold up the bottom, losing words, panel, whatever it's called. This one looks like nothing from the front, but if we take a look at the back, it's for the excitement. I actually have not seen this yet. That is, wow, that is bad. Holy crap. Gosh. And unfortunately, if it's hit hard enough from this angle, it could be totaled fairly quickly. Just disgusting. Let's see, what car is this? 1350? So this week we're working on fixing smaller miscellaneous damage. Like this one, fairly easy. I mean, the bumper is just in such rough shape. It's peeling. I mean, so we're either gonna we're probably gonna repaint this bumper. It's my guess. This hood right here will probably have to bend up. Maybe it'll be repainted. I don't know. We'll see. This one just came in a couple days ago. This is insane. Destroyed. My guess is total. I don't know what they did. It looks like they got under a car and just destroyed it. This is another one. This is great. Not only did they hit the front, this is two separate accidents. They also hit the back. This, I love it. It can't just ever be one thing. A lot of cars here don't have plates, and it's because we're selling them. Look at this one. This one's insane. Dude, they somehow scraped along 3 panels. Back, the tailgate, quarter panel, and the freaking door, 3 panels. And it looks like they painted it. There's some sort of something on it. Not only do we have a lot of cars that we're selling, but we also have, we have a lot of cars here that we're selling. Might be more than 15. I mean, it really looks like a lot of cars here, but it's damaged cars. A couple cars that can go out, maybe 4 or 5 within this whole square of cars, and then damage, sell, red cars that can go out. But that's it. I mean, it really looks like a lot more than you'd think. This is our amazing 2018 C-Max. We've had this. This is one of the oldest cars that we have here. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. I think this is the oldest car that we had. We bought this for 12 grand back in the day. Great car. This is a retail car that we're selling. Oh, no, it's not. No. This is an accident car. This just came back. 8153. I know about this one. Bumper, somehow pushed the bumper in. Oh, this was in a Towyard. Whoa, there's the tow bill. How much is it to get it out? $200. Not bad. We've been having this problem recently where there's this one Towyard. You're watching this video, you know who you are. I'm not going to name names. They will do this thing where call them up. Hey, what do you need? We know what we need to bring. It's always the same. It's a hold harmless, copy the title or registration, verification of ownership. So articles of incorporation along with driver's license. So we know who owns this, hold harmless, this is the car, it's registration. And so call me forward to verify hey, this is what we need to bring, right? Yeah, that's perfect. We bring it and yeah, this is wrong. What do you mean this is wrong? That's what we bring to every tow yard in the whole entire state. We would deal with cars in impound at least once a week. I mean, it's fairly often. And this company's no, this doesn't work. Fix this hold harmless, change it. We want to change the lighter head. Sure, we'll change the lighter head. Can we print it here? No, I can't print it here. Okay, we'll just go somewhere else. It's an hour away. So go to FedEx, reprint it. bring it back. No, this is still wrong. You need to add this now. You didn't say that. Okay, well, you got to add this. Okay, so we add it. We've done that game. So what happens, the benefit for them is the car stays there an extra like week sometimes. Last time my brother went to this Towyard to get a car out, took a full day. It took 12 hours to get it released from when they opened to when they closed. I think it was like 7 revisions of fixing this document. Insane. It's crazy. So they've stolen, I want to say stolen, thousands of dollars from us because of this. I don't know why this windshield's down or this. To me, this tells me that this car is dead. This tells me it's unlocked when this is out, and this tells me it's dead when it won't open. Another car damaged. We have a lot of damaged cars. This group right here is a set of our other oldest cars, not this Audi, but this 2020 Malibu we've had forever. Fiat 500 we bought when we were with America's Motors back in the day. So, this is vintage, and this Prius is newer. I think probably this 2020 Malibu, this is probably also like one of our oldest cars. This we're getting ready to sell. It's like on its way out. We're kind of, electrified quite a bit. So this is where cars sit when they're waiting for something, typically damaged or sold, or like they just came back and they need to be detailed. When they're getting clean, we set them here. So as you can see, there's 2 cars right here. I'm assuming these just got finished. So now these will be moved out and a new set of cars will be filled. So if we have 5 cars that can be cleaned right now, then they'll fill them up on this line. They'll be done before the end of the day. And then they'll go out on the pickup area. If there's room, if there's not room, they'll probably stay inside of our bay. So we'll see. All right, so going back to our base, we kind of operate out of a warehouse. I think I've shown this, and it's very, very interesting. I think you're gonna like it. We have like a warehouse vibe. So let me show you. So this is the back of the building. We don't really store cars back here. There we go. This is our bay back here. All right, so this is the customer pickup zone. It's our little computer. Customer comes in, we'll help them out. Kind of weird, they come in through like the back bay door. And then this is our bay. Typically the only cars we'll keep in here are the super high-end cars. And then we will keep cars that need a charge if we need extra chargers. We have 2, 3, technically like 7 level 1s in here if we need it, but really we're only charging like 1 or 2 with a level 1 because we don't need it. Out in the front we have like 3 level 2s, which is enough. You'd think with this many Teslas you need a lot of chargers. Like, oh my gosh, charging is such an issue. And if we're doing short term like Turo or something like that, it'd be a huge problem. But since we're doing long term, these cars don't come back for such a long period, and every day we only have a couple cars come back, it's easy. To charge, let's say 3 cars come back in a day, probably 2 or 3 come back in a day, to charge them all in a day, it's super easy when we have enough chargers for it. So super easy, cars come back, some are charged, a lot aren't. We also have we just built this shelving. I shouldn't say my brother built this shelving unit right here. So this is where we're gonna store all of our new mats that we buy, stuff like that. We also got this. You're gonna like this. These are all of our tires, spares. I know it seems like a lot, but this is probably something we'll run through in like a month. We go through a lot of tires. People probably underestimate. We probably go through, say the wrong number, I don't know, 30, 40, at least 40 sets a month. A lot. All I know is we're spending 5 figures a month on tires. Feels like a lot. I don't know. Maybe we're crazy. This is our washer and dryer for our rags, towels that we use. All of our cleaning is done here. We don't take it to a car wash, nothing. Everything, exterior, interior, detail, everything's done on this lot. By one of our people, minimizes risk for driving, kind of a factor. But then also another big factor is the time that it takes. Like, go to a car wash, get it clean, vacuum it out. We're lucky that the car is only 5 to 6 minutes away, but 6 minutes there, 6 minutes back, that's 12 minutes. Some more cars I think you can get through. Now let me show you a couple of our operating systems that we use on this computer. All right, so essentially we have 2 systems that we use. We use something called iFleet, which does a ton of things. It pulls all of our private reservations, does full CRM, texting, everything, tracks all of our cars, maintenance, claims. It literally does everything. We can sell insurance through this thing. So super cool software. So literally like everything is pretty much done through here, this system. Now the only other system that we used before, we used to have a ton of systems. Like 6 or 7, but this thing kind of combined a ton of what we do. Now this next system that we use is Standard Fleet. It's super cool. Virtual keys we can create through here. Tracking, and not all so this is what we'd use to like see virtual keys or create virtual keys, see all the information on the car. Now the other software, iFleet, will track all this stuff, but this will let us like go into more depth and like see the information. So this is really it. So a customer comes in, typically walk in for a reservation. Honestly, we do a lot of remote. Like, there's not a ton of customers. Not every person comes in and like needs to see us for a reservation. We'll say, hey, we tell them where to go. Like, your car's parked to the front. It always is. Take a selfie in front with your driver's license, and then we'll like send you your virtual key. It just makes it easier. I think if everybody came in, it'd be more difficult. People come in here if they have issues. We'll use our bay as well for like inspections. So people come in, we'll do inspections every 30 days, 21 to 30 days, depending on which car it is. And if stuff needs to be fixed, a lot of times we'll actually fix it here. Like somebody came in for tires yesterday, so we're able to replace the tires. They came in with a headlight out. They were able to fix that. We have a guy coming in today for a 12-volt battery, so we're able to fix that. So a lot of the stuff we do here, we try to keep as many things internal as we can, like in our lot for simplicity. Yeah, it just makes it easier. So I think the biggest resource that we have, especially recently, is software called iFleet. It allows us to do everything: reservations, communications, claims, tolls management, sell insurance. I mean, it's the full 9 yards. It's like best booking software ever found. Before we'd have to have a booking software, then a CRMs like Go High Level, and then we'd have to have like a fleet management software, and then we'd have to have a background check system, and then we'd have to have an insurance verification. And it's like all these different softwares. Now it's one. Makes it 10 times easier. So click the link below. It's like 14 days free trial, and then it's $99 a month, which is insane. It's also the cheapest one out there right now. So click the link below, check that out. We helped them build it. So it's super, super cool. Excited about that. But I appreciate the support. Everyone watching the videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.